Next, today we are going to start that is the in previous methods of the proof. So today we are going to start that is methods of proof. Let me recall that whatever we have studied in the previous video classes. So firstly we have started that is the mathematical logic. In the mathematical logic we have discussed about the statement, sentence first, types of sentence, next statements. After that we come to the connectivities, symbols, so and the so types of connectivities, conjunction, disjunction, conditional, biconditional, and laws of logic. And so after that we have discussed some problems regarding the tautology, contradiction, when we say the tautology, when we say the contradiction. So next after that we have discussed about the quantifiers, negation of quantifiers. In previous video classes we have completed. For negation of quantifiers means quantifiers are nothing but the phrases of the form for every, for all, for some, there exist. These are all called as a quantifiers. In these we have considered two types of quantifier. One is a universal quantifier and another one is a existence quantifier. So first, for what we call as an universal quantifier means for all, for every. So these are called as an universal quantifier. So for which we call as an existence quantifier. So for the existence quantifier, they exist for some. So they are called as an existence quantifiers. So we have discussed the negation of this quantifier. Negation of for all ಏನಂದ್ರೆ there exist. So negation of there exist ಏನಂದ್ರೆ for all. Suppose if we have that is the for all x belongs to the real number, x belongs to the real number. So we have a p of x, that is an open sentence we have. This is so this is called as a quantifier because we have that is a for all. So negation of this quantifier is negation of for all x belongs to R such that p of x is. So for this what we have to write? The negation of this. So all idinantre there exist. So there exist x belongs to R such that so negation of p of x. Suppose if we have like this also, for all x belongs to the integer z, x plus 2 is less than 0. Less than 0. What is the negation of this? Negation of for all x belongs to z. So x plus 2 is less than 0. How will you write the negation? Negation of for all is there exist. There exist x belongs to z such that x plus 2 is not less than 0. Not less than 0. Not, or it may be greater than or equal to 0 also we can write, but not less than 0. So this is a way of making the negation of. Suppose if we have that is the there exist x belongs to the natural number, x plus 2 is equal to 0. If suppose we have like this, there exists one number for which x plus 2 is 0. So what is the negation of this? So negation of, so there exists x belongs to the natural number, x plus 2 is equal to 0. Negation of there exists for all x belongs to the natural number, x plus 2 is not equal to 0. So this is the negation of that is quantifiers. So in previous video classes we have discussed about these quantifiers and laws of logic also it is completed. Next we come to that is the methods of proof, for what we call as a proof. And first we have to know about the theorem. Theorem is nothing but a statement constructed by using that is the defined, undefined and axioms. Together combining this is called as a theorem. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನಂತೇಳಿ theorem. Proof ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ? So we have to give that is a conclusion for the given condition. Other statement ಗೆ conclusion ಕೊಡೋದು by using certain rules of laws of logic. ಆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ So that is a way of proving the that is the theorem. There are different types of methods or methods to prove that is a theorem. One, we can do the direct method, indirect method. So these are the two methods we are using, that is direct and indirect. Another one is contrapositive method or contradiction method. So these are the four methods we are having, that is to prove the theorem. So let me take about the theorem. So which we call it as methods of proof. Methods of proof. Methods of proof. Theorem. 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 Theorem are the statement. Theorem are statement. Statement. Constructed. Constructed by. Constructed by. Constructed by making use of undefined terms, undefined terms, defined terms, defined terms and axioms, and axioms, and axioms. So next we come to, that is a proof. Proof is nothing but the process. So process of giving the conclusion for the theorem by using the tools of laws of logic. So that is the process of establishing 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 that the theorem establishing that the theorem is true, establishing that the theorem is true using the rules of rules of laws of logic, laws of logic is called a proof, called a proof of the theorem, proof of the theorem, proof of the theorem. So it means what? The process, the way of establishing that the theorem is true by using the rules of logic, laws of logic, is called as a proof for the theorem. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನಂತೇಳಿ proof. ಈ proof different types of proof we have, different methods of proof we have. One, we can give the direct method, so indirect method, and contradiction method, contrapositive method. So there are mainly four methods are there. So regarding that we are going to solve the problem. So let me do you see that which are the four methods they are. So first, there are four methods. There are four methods of proof. There are methods of proof of proof. ಒಂದೇದೇನ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೂಫ್. ಒಂದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೂಫ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪಿ ಟ್ರೂ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ನ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಕ್ಯೂ ನ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಬರೋದು. ಸೊ ಟು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟ್ರೂ, that conclusion we have to come by using that is the given hypothesis. Hello, hello. Hi. So next we come to that is the, there are four methods of proofs we have. One is direct proof and another one is indirect proof. Indirect, we can prove that, sorry, indirect proof. Third one is proof by contradiction. Proof by contradiction. We have already known about the converse, inverse, contrapositive, that is contradiction. And so that is last one, proof by exhaustion. Proof by exhaustion. So in these, so we have the problems regarding these two, very familiar, direct and indirect proof. And also we will discuss about the contradiction method also. So the exhaustion, it is, we'll see that we don't have any examples regarding this proof. So that we have, first we'll observe that is the direct proof. Direct proof, how we prove that is in the direct method. So direct proof find ಮಾಡೋದು. So in this proof we make use of the given statement. Given in ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನಂದ್ರೆ hypothesis ನ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೊ ಅದರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. We have to come to the conclusion of that is it. So given statement, by applying some rules of laws of logic, so we have to come to the conclusion of the given statement. And finally we have to show that it is called as a direct proof. In this proof, we make use of given result, given result and proceed further to required conclusion, required conclusion required. So what this, in this proof we make use of the given result, ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ result, hypothesis ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ we proceed further to required conclusion. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, we move that for a further to required conclusion. So we move to the conclusion, that so the first assumption ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ, so ಹಿಂದಿ direct proof, so hypothesis ಅಂತೇಳಿ given condition and given result the hypothesis the first assumption, assume P is true, assume that P is true. So next, analysis starting with the hypothesis. starting with hypothesis, and applying the laws of logic and proving that and proving that q is true q is true then conclusion conclusion is p conditional q is true. Conclusion will, if p is true and q is true, then p conditional q automatically true. So this is called as a direct. First ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ hypothesis ಕೊಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಟ್ರೂ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Then using analyze ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, starting with the hypothesis and applying the laws. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ laws of logic ಏನು ಅದಾವ್ರಿ ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಏನು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, prove that q is true, q ನ true ಐತಿ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು. Then we conclude that p conditional q is also true. This is the way of that is proving the direct method. Next we move to that is the indirect method. In an indirect method ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ second one, indirect proof. This proof is this proof is given by considering this proof is given by considering the given result in its negation. Negative negation. That is if p conditional q is given, p conditional q ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನೋಡಿ, given we proving that negation of q conditional negation of p is true. Then automatically we'll get that is the p conditional q is true. Then automatically we will get that p conditional q is true. So after this we are going to solve certain problems regarding this direct proof and indirect proof. So let me see the examples regarding the direct proof and indirect proof. So let me solve the example. Mainly 3 examples we have in the direct proof. So first we start that prove by the direct proof. is an odd integer, is an odd integer, odd integer. So first we have to assume here that what is given, what is not given for that. So what is the hypothesis is given, the square of an odd integer is an odd integer, is an odd integer. First we have to consider. So what we have to prove that, prove by the direct method, the square of an odd integer. So what we have, odd integer, its square is an odd integer, is an odd integer. We have to show that square of an odd integer is an odd integer. So that we have to prove that. Odd means what? We have to know about odd numbers. So which we call as an even number and for which we call as an odd numbers. So odd numbers is a number which is not divisible by 2. So even number edu contain a number which is divisible by 2. So which are the number not divisible? For example, 2a plus 1. So this is an odd number where a is any integer. It is an odd integer, we have that. So 2a plus 2a is a even. If we add any one for that, it will become an odd integer. Even ಒಂದು ಕೂಡಿಸಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, odd. So using this concept, we have to prove that it is an odd integer. The square of an odd integer is an odd. So let me take, that is, let me consider that n is an odd integer, odd integer, odd integer. So that we consider. So P is that n is a odd integer, odd integer, odd integer. Then Q, that which we have to prove that Q square means n square. N square is odd integer, is an odd integer, odd integer. That we have to prove that. ಇದನ್ನು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಪೋಥೆಸಿಸ್. ಹೈಪೋಥೆಸಿಸ್ ಏನ್ರಿ, P, that is n is a odd integer. N is a odd integer. It means what? We know about odd integer. It implies that n is equal to 2a plus 1, where a belongs to the Z. A is an integer. So square of this means if we square on both this side, we need the square of this, not an integer, odd integer. We need its square. Within square mode, squaring on both sides. ಎರಡು ಸೈಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, n square is equal to 2a plus 1 whole square. ಆಯ್ತ್ರಿ, n square ಇದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, we know that is a plus b whole square. Let me do that. N square is equal to 2a square, 2a whole square plus 2 into 2a into 1 plus 1 square plus 1 square. What we got? N square is equal to 4a square plus 4a plus 1. 4a square plus 4a, which is not divisible by 2. Why? Because these are the even. We can write. But so n square is equal to 2 times of, so that is 2a square plus 2a plus 1. So it is a even integer, any integer. So 2 into any number is a even, it always becomes a even. Plus 1, it is a odd integer, means n square is not divisible by, n square is not divisible by 2. If it is not divisible by 2, it implies that n square is odd integer. hence the proof. Hence the proof. This completes the proof of the given theorem. By the direct method again ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ. First ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂದ್ರೆ the square of an odd integer is an odd. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಎದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ odd integer, odd number ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. odd number ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ which are not divisible by 2. ಅವು odd numbers ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು consider that n is a odd integer. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ n ನ odd integer. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು p. This is a given condition. This is a given hypothesis. So then what we have to prove? N square. That we have to achieve the q. Get to the conclusion of the q. That is n square is an odd integer. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ನು odd ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. So hypothesis ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನ್ರಿ p. n is a odd integer. n how we write that is odd integer? We know that n is equal to 2a plus 1 where a belongs to the n integer. Square. Now what we have to do? We need the square of this. Squaring on both these sides. ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ n square is equal to 2a plus 1 whole square. Splitting this a plus b whole square. a square 2ab plus b square. What we got finally 4a square plus 4a plus b. So here we get the 2 as a common. 2 plus 1. So means which is not divisible by 2, no? So that we confirm that n square is not divisible by 2. If n square is not divisible by 2, then what we say about that? n square is an odd integer. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಂತೇವ್ರಿ n square ನ odd integer. So that is q is true. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಆಯ್ತ್ರಿ q true ಆಯ್ತು. q true, that is enough the so complete the proof. So in this way we have to prove that is the given statement by the direct proof. This completes the so next still 2 examples are there. We'll discuss tomorrow and we complete this chapter tomorrow and we'll start that is the next real analysis. So in the next video classes.